You're going live, dudes.
Awesome. Well, hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching this live or if you're watching the replay, my name's Chad Kneller, and I'm just a guy who found out about Nexus ecosystem back in November. I'd never heard of Nexus ecosystem. I didn't even know Peter Gantner existed. I'm super glad that I do now. And his team, I've just come to know a lot of them, and just I love this whole project. I love this whole organization and what all these people stand for. So I think by the time you're done today listening to Peter, I think you'll agree with me that these are great people. They have a great vision, and it might be a good idea for you to hitch your wagon to their wagon so we can go where they're going. So without saying too much more, I'm just going to pass it over to Peter Gantner, who is somebody who knows what he's talking about. So I hope you're ready to take notes and just jump on board with us, and we'd love to help you get to where you want to go. So Peter, take it away.
Excellent. Thank you, Chad. Today, guys, I'm going to try to simplify this message of, why would it be? Well, first of all, what is Nexus about, and why would it make sense for you to get involved with it and then share it with other people, right? And have them get involved with it. First of all, I'm going to start out with, we don't charge any money to be part of Nexus, right? We're not trying to sell you on a business opportunity. We're not trying to get you to pay us, monthly fees or any of that stuff. Nexus is an interesting concept that we put together. Being entrepreneurial ourselves and looking at it going, man, we want to make money. We want to become successful, right? Above what we are already. And looking at the crypto space and blockchain and realizing that blockchain was a technology that was, and is going to, right, change the world and change every aspect of our lives just about, right? It is going to do what the internet did. So think about the world prior to the internet, and then think about the world today. And you would easily say the internet has changed shopping. It has changed booking airfares. It has changed finding services. It has changed the way we communicate. It has changed the way, used to be your birthday, maybe 3 or 4 people, 5 people would reach out on the telephone or maybe a text. Now you have hundreds of people a day on your birthday that wish you a happy birthday. Why? Because they have a tool or something that reminds them that it's even your birthday, so they don't forget, right? Matter of fact, me and my wife, about 3 or 4 years ago, we were heading up to Prescott to go meet with our business partners. And the way we realized that it was our wedding anniversary was it popped up on Facebook. She was on the phone when I was driving and said, "Oh, honey, guess what? Today's our anniversary." Oh, wow. Okay. So it changed the world, and it will continue to change the world. It can evolve. So, okay. Now, but we all know there's issues with the internet right now, and there's a technology, which is the blockchain, which is going to change things. There's a thing that's developing and coming together right now that's called Web 3.0. What is the dynamics of Web 3.0? Web 3.0, of course, is going to be a better version of the web, maybe less anonymity for people that are causing problems, people that are identity theft, more accountability, and also less control by centralized authorities, that centralized figures, meaning what blockchain brings to the table is a decentralized mechanism. Instead of computer networks that are owned and controlled by the few, this is a network of computer systems that are owned by many, and it needs what are called consensus in order for things to be proven true or false, right? So more accuracy, more control by the masses versus control by a few to the masses. And so Web 3.0 is also, so it's the blockchain, but it is also something called the metaverse, right? So we think of the metaverse as maybe a gaming platform or something that young people will do. I'm going to tell you right now, and you may disagree, you can write it down though, in the next 5 to 10 years, just about every single person that is alive on this planet and has access to the internet will be in a metaverse. Why? Because the web is going to move to what it is right now, static flat web pages with some video and stuff in it into this Web 3.0 online experience that is going to encompass. And that is going to be driven, the integrity of that is going to be driven by blockchains. So Web 3.0 is going to be made up of blockchains, metaverses, and a lot of the way value will be created throughout that will be with NFTs and with cryptocurrency. It's what I call the participatory economy. It's where you can participate in projects and either purchase NFTs or earn NFTs, and then be able to transfer those, sell those to other people, monetize them, or maybe by participating, you would get some cryptocurrencies. There's a project that was started, which is a project that literally rewards you cryptocurrency by walking. And so you sign up for it, you get the app, you can get the NFT. If you have the NFT and you go walk, it gives you cryptocurrency for the NFT. And you think, well, who would get involved with that? All the sneaker companies, all the athletic companies. Why? Because while you're walking, if they can brand to you, how do you fund these things? How do you make them work? Is in this concept of, by having people participate, they're able to then market to them and advertise to them. When they buy the products, they fund the token in order to make it to where they can compensate people for getting involved, because they don't have to run a commercial and pay somebody $1 million to run a campaign. They can take that million and allocate it to people that are utilizing it. And if somebody's out walking every day, then what they're going to need sooner than somebody sitting on their couch. Somebody sitting on their couch might buy one pair of sneakers a year. Somebody who's actively out walking 10 miles a day might need what? 2 pairs of sneakers a year or 3 pairs of sneakers. So if I'm a sneaker company, who do I want to get involved with, right? And so this is that whole side of it. So if we know that Web 3.0 is coming, and that is made up of blockchains, the metaverse, and NFTs and crypto, then what do we need to do to stay ahead of trends? We need to get involved in crypto, NFTs, metaverses, right? We need to be a part of all of this stuff happening. Whew. Now you go, oh my goodness, I don't want to learn all that. I'm a dentist. I'm a teacher. I'm a, I own a small business. I can't spend all my time learning about metaverses and learning about, all that type of stuff. Well, that's where Nexus came in. And because I got involved in crypto and I started going, well, shoot, my buddy Johnny told me about how his friend bought 5 Bitcoin. And today, he's got hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars. We actually know of some people that have billions of dollars because they got involved early enough and they accumulated it and they went from there. Well, the difference is from then and now is, in those days, when it first started, there was one token, it was Bitcoin. So if you wanted to buy digital currency or digital assets, you bought one. And then over time, it became 10 and 50 and 100. And then there was a project launching once a month and then once a week. Well, now there are literally 40 or 50 projects a day launching in the space. And so what would be just making the decision, I want to be in digital assets. I believe in the blockchain. I believe in the metaverse. I believe Web 3.0 is coming. I believe in this idea and this concept. From having to look at a few things, a few points, to now having to look at hundreds, if not thousands of points to figure out and make the right decision. How do you solve that? Well, you could pay somebody $200, $300 a month, because there are people that will charge you that, and they'll give you information and they'll give you data. Or you can join the Nexus ecosystem, which has no cost to it. Okay. And we, as a community, as a group, as an entity, what we do at Nexus is we take our expertise in business, in blockchain, in the metaverse, and we find partnerships. And you'll see right over there, you'll see Otherverse, you'll see Muon, you'll see Reveal, you'll see Stardom, you'll see a whole group of companies that we as a core team, True Badger, Nexus ecosystem is made up of 6 projects: True Badger, Catapult Swap, Safufied, Insights, CNP, which is the community NFT project, and Crypto Gods. Those 6 projects we've started, which all solve and help us find the partnerships. And then you, as somebody who says, hey, I want to be involved with this, just simply have to decide what projects they want to get involved with. If you find one, acquire that digital asset and you're set, right? So we're using the power of community in order to, so a core team that understands all the business aspects to find, locate, vet, go through all that process. You as a community member then do your own research in a limited small group of projects, decide which one you want to get involved with, just simply acquire that. Oh, by the way, we have an entire system, because some of you guys are like, well, this sounds great, but I don't know how to acquire a digital asset. I don't know how to get an NFT. I don't know how to get involved in a metaverse. I don't know any of this stuff. Guess what? We have live operators that will get on Zoom with you and they will walk you through every single aspect of it. Matter of fact, oh, by the way, no cost to that at all either, right? So we have no cost to get involved or monthly fees to be part of Nexus. No cost for us to help walk you through it. Why do we do it? Because we believe in blockchain. We believe in crypto. We believe that the power of a community is the driving force of the success of a project. So what's in it for the projects? Why do they come to us? Well, first of all, we have expertise in blockchain. We have expertise in metaverses. We have expertise in all the different categories. But the number one thing that we bring to the table to these projects are you guys, the community. We're going to be a set audience where if they come present their project, then right now we're probably 6,000 plus community members. Our goal is to get to 50 or 100,000 or 200,000. Eventually, the bigger community we have, the more eyeballs we can put in front of people. So there's a benefit to the people that are part of the community. And then the benefit to the projects are they don't have to go and spend hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars to try to build a community of 2,000 to 3,000 people. They can come to us. Our community knows that we've looked into it. We've made sure they're a real project. They're not going to be any problems with it outside of normal business. And so they come in with confidence. And by the way, our community doesn't have to go look at 50 projects a day. We're only going to bring a project or two every month or two, right? So it's a limited scope they need to look at, decide if they want to be a part of it. If they do, acquire that asset. Now we've built an instant community for them, saving them time, money, which means what? The higher likelihood of success. So think about this. Our community members are going to have a higher likelihood of success in the crypto, metaverse, NFT space. Why? Because they don't have to get confused by hundreds of projects that are taking place. And do I get in this one? Do I get in that one? Oh, my friend John, I got to tell you, we've spent a lot of time over the last year talking to people about it. And people will tell us, hey, I'm like what you guys are doing, but I want you to get on with my crypto expert. So we go, okay, yeah, let's set up a meeting with them. We get on the phone with them, and within minutes, I can tell they know nothing about the blockchain. I can tell they really know nothing about the way crypto works. What they have is they're their friend who happens to get into crypto before them. They've maybe gotten in a project and had some success. And so that's the limit of them being a crypto expert. Because to be honest with you, that's how most people will get their crypto advice. And that's why most people in crypto will end up either making a small amount of money or making no money at all in the space because of where they're getting the information from. They're trusting somebody else. You're not trusting Peter with the decision when you get involved in the Nexus ecosystem. You're putting confidence in an entire team and an entire community around it. And the fact that we've put together a formula, a recipe, right, which is knowledge from us, the pre-built community that they get the eyeballs on, the dynamics that we have partners like Muon, partners like Otherverse. So, there's going to be all kinds of other metaverses popping up there. When people come to us, projects come to us, we're going to be able to walk them right into Otherverse and put them in the top metaverse out there. So when they do put their efforts, they have the highest chance of succeeding. Muon, the technology they're building, cross-chain, some of the most sophisticated products in the crypto space. When projects come to us, we automatically get them involved in working with Muon. So they're building on the best technology possible for the future of what is going on. So that's the idea here, guys, is us to come together, right? Work as a team, collective intelligence, collective effort, collective networking, find great projects, evaluate those projects, and then the people that want to get involved with it, getting behind it and helping us drive it. So one of the projects we're driving right now is Star Babies. Star Babies is this phenomenal NFT project. So with NFTs, if you don't know, those are non-fungible tokens, meaning there's only one of them that's in existence. One, a fungible token is if there's a million tokens, they're all exactly the same. They all exactly the same price. An NFT is a non-fungible token, which is a piece of artwork. So they can be collectibles, right? Masterpieces. A lot of us probably saw in the news that Beeple sold one of his NFTs at auction. I believe it was Christie's for $69 million, right? A digital piece of artwork that's guaranteed to be authentic. There's no way to fake it. There's no, creating another one and saying, no, this is the real one. We know what the real one is because it's done on blockchain technology. So that's just artwork. What we focus on through the Nexus ecosystem is what is called utility tokens or NFTs, right? Utility NFTs. A utility NFT is not only a cool piece of artwork, but it gives you access to be involved in some sort of benefit on top of the financial side of things, right? On top of the collectible or art side of things. The one we're working with Stardom, at least 350 of the people that get one of the 10,000 unique NFTs. So it's 10,000 unique NFTs. 350 of those people will get a speaking role in a film, right? They'll actually get to go to the set, go on set and say, hey, I'd like to buy a Clark bar or something, right? Or maybe they get a bigger part because they fit in with it, but 350 people. Another 1,000 people will get to go to red carpet events that are taking place at these different film events, launches. Others will get to shadow a director. Imagine being able to show up on set and for an entire week, work with that director and watch how they're filming. Now, if you think about this, people that want to be in the film industry, this is an incredible opportunity, which is almost impossible to get a chance to do. Our NFT project and what we're working on will make it possible. And this is when I mentioned earlier, the participatory economy, a way where I'm not just buying something, but there's other benefits that come with it. Now, what'll happen is as additional revenue keeps coming in to this project through what's called the secondary market, guess what? It'll go from 350 people with speaking roles to 400, to 450, to 500, to possibly 1,000, 1 in 10 having a chance to have a speaking role. It'll go to 10 people getting to shadow a director, 10 people getting to shadow a producer, 5,000 people that get to go to an event. And then there's other benefits that are there. A digital copy of the movies, that every movie that's being produced from the concept, a digital soundtrack. So as you can see, the idea is by being involved in these NFT projects, you get special. Now let's go take that to the metaverse. Each of these NFTs will also unlock special, unique opportunities in the metaverse. Some of those may be, let's say we take a famous director and we go to that director and say, hey, we got a group of 10,000 NFT holders. We would like for you to come in and teach them a master class, a special class that's only available through our NFT holders about being a director. Maybe it's interviews, maybe it's other benefits that will come up, discounts on films, discounts on maybe props that are being used in movies. An additional NFT, once that NFT is released, when a second series or a second series is released, you would get one of those at no additional charge because you're part of this original group of NFT holders. So as you can see, being part of a community, the Nexus community, has benefits. Now, what was one of the benefits of with Stardom? Not only did we have first access, but we actually acquired these NFTs at the absolute best price available to anybody on the planet all the way through the launch. So again, think about it, a group of people that have massive benefits, that have a team that is looking into, by the way, we don't do projects with teams that we don't get on the Zoom with, see their picture. You can't get on a Zoom with us and leave your camera off. You have to turn your camera on. We want to see you. We want to know where you live. We want to know what your background is. We want to make sure that you understand the space that you're going into. So the guys that are running Stardom understand the movie space. The people we've partnered with Otherverse, 17 years. Now, most of us will go 17 years in the metaverse. What are you talking about? That just was like, came up like in the last 12 months. Now, the team that we're working with in the metaverse has been working in the metaverse for over 17 years. They have the experience. That experience gives them a what? Higher likelihood of success than somebody who doesn't have that experience. Muon, over 100 blockchain programmers are tied and working with Muon. So we have a vast knowledge, a vast talent pool to then be able to do as many projects as we can find that has all the elements to it for us to succeed. So, you know, my personal opinion of Nexus is it is the best place for someone to come to and have the best chance of having success in the biggest transfer of wealth in human history. Up to this point, it's probably been, you know, the internet was a giant transfer of wealth, right? If you go look at the Forbes, you know, 500 list or 1,000, whatever list you look at, there are a lot of internet people on there. And 20 years ago, there were very few, or 24 years ago, right? Yeah, 24 years ago, none, right? Now they're all over the list, whether it's people out of China, whether it's out of all over the world. It's the people that created Baidu and Google and Facebook and all of these others. That is nothing compared to what's happening. A matter of fact, when Bitcoin hits $100,000, this is the proof that this is the biggest transfer of wealth in human history. When Bitcoin hits $100,000, it went up as high as 68. Right now it's sitting at about 21, 22. When it hits $100,000, there will be more by number, not by percentage of wealth, but more by number, more billionaires that made their billions from Bitcoin than all the other sources combined. That means if there's 10,000 billionaires on the planet, 5,001 of them made their money with Bitcoin. That is the power of this. And by the way, it is just getting started. People like Michael Sayer and other people have talked about $500,000 Bitcoin, $1 million Bitcoin, $2 million Bitcoin. If those numbers come true, then over 51% of all the wealth on the planet will be people that are in crypto, and their wealth will be derived by crypto. Why do I even bring that up? Because the other ways of making money, if you did it in the internet, let's say, you either had to have a lot of money and buy a bunch of different stocks and wait 8, 10, 12 years, 15 years for them to go mature, or you had to start a company. Or if you did it in real estate, maybe you bought one house and then 2 and then 5 and then 50 and then 100 and you built wealth. This is the only place that I know of that somebody who is a school teacher right now doesn't want to spend 20 hours a week or 40 or 60 or 80 hours a week learning a new concept, starting a home-based business, or starting a new company or whatever it is. This is the only place I know that person can find 12, 2, 3 dozen great projects over the next 3 to 5 years and set themselves absolutely financially free because of the margins, the increases in digital wealth. Something going from digitally being worth a penny to being worth $1 and making 100 or 2 or 3 or 500x digital return on those type of movements. We've already seen it happen. We've seen people buy NFTs last April. And by a year later, with Bored Ape Yachts, right? These digital assets were worth, that one purchase of a couple $100 was worth somewhere in the neighborhood between another NFT that they got and between a token drop, right? Which happened, I guess, about a year after it took place. that had created about $800,000 or $900,000 in value for them digitally, right? Converted to US dollars from a few $100s to $800,000 or $900,000. We've seen it with Bitcoin. We've seen it with Ethereum. We've seen it with another, what is there, 100? There's 100 projects that are in the over 100 projects that are in hundreds of millions of dollars. All of those projects have done multipliers on when, where, and how people got involved with it. So the evidence points towards the biggest transfer of wealth in human history and the best opportunity for an everyday person who doesn't want to, sacrifice. Guys, as an entrepreneur, I mean, you could work 80, 100 hours a week, right? 7 days a week, 18 hours a day in order to successfully build a business to become wealthy. So we all look at a lot of people out there and go, oh man, I want to be as wealthy as that person. What we don't look at is how long did it take for them to get there? Was it 8 years of struggling and building their business and finally they arrive? Most of us don't want to put that time in. Blockchain, cryptocurrency, the metaverse, NFTs, Web 3.0, right? That's all Web 3.0 is the opportunity for an everyday person to achieve phenomenal results over the next few years. And I believe that the best place for that to happen for the average person is with the Nexus ecosystem, getting involved. Again, no cost to Nexus, no cost for onboarding, getting you trained. The only thing you're going to decide is if you want to acquire some digital assets, you'll put some resources towards that. You can get in and out of them whenever you want. And then, of course, if those projects are massively successful, the potential is unlimited. Chad, back to you, buddy.
Man, well, I love everything. I just love this economy. And I just love you, Peter, and everybody that supports this and the projects and everybody that we've partnered with. I think it's been great decisions. How does somebody, you mentioned Star Babies. So where are we with that, and how can people paying attention right now get one of those?
So
babies?
we had a small group of them, about 500 of them allocated to our community at a special price. They're gone, boom. They're no more available. The next opportunity will be to sign up on our A list, which we'll get that out next Tuesday. You'll go, you'll say, I want one. You'll commit to at least one. If you want more than one, you'll be able to put that in there and say, I want up to 3 of them. We'll see how many people. The next allocation is about 7,000 for the A list. Now, if you miss that, and that'll run on the 26th. That's when you'll have to pay and do all that stuff. We will be able to accept credit cards. If you say, I don't want to get a digital wallet, they'll hold on to that NFT for you. It's yours and you'll have access to it. So and then on the following day, on the 27th, then we'll have the open sale. There'll be about 1,500 available on that day. And then you'll just be able to go to the website, hit the purchase button. You don't have to sign up for any list or any of that type of stuff. And you'll be able to purchase one. In that case, you'll also be able to use a credit card. Or if you already have a crypto wallet and you want to go through that process, then you can use crypto, get it, and that's going to be delivered to your wallet. A hold static image will be delivered on that time. And then 2 weeks later, we'll have the reveal date. And on that reveal day, there'll be special attributes. I'm going to say scary mask, scary face, right? If you get an NFT with that guarantees you a speaking role in a movie. There'll be another one, let's say boxing gloves. If you get the boxing gloves on your character, you then might shadow a director. Now, here's the cool thing. You may end up with a scary face and boxing gloves, which means that NFT will get you to be a speaking role in a film and to shadow a director, right? These are done randomly, meaning that there might be a character with 1, 2, maybe even 3 attributes that would get you the special. Now, all 10,000 of them get you digital downloads. All 10,000 will get you into virtual events. All 10,000 will get you into the studio that's being built in the metaverse. So every one of them has utility and has value to them. There are just some that will have more value. And then as we move along, let's say we add another 100 roles. Let's say right now you get one with a red spotted bow. Okay, here's your red spotted bow. Right now, its utility is all the standard utilities. But we start another film And we say, oh, we're going to add 100 roles more to the speaking role. All right, well, let's do that then with the one with the red spotted bow. Then you get a notification. Hey, we just added this. Boom. Now your NFT went from all the standard utility and benefits to new and greater benefits. And we'll continue to do that until eventually we could possibly have 20 or 30 or 40% of these NFTs having speaking roles and having these enhanced utilities. But we'll have that information out next Tuesday. So if you're interested, let us know and we'll get that out to you. So you can say, yes, I want to be on the A list. I want to be part of it. The cost per NFT is $250 in that round. But here's the thing. If you're looking at that going, oh man, I wish I would have been in before, become part of Nexus, hang out. We'll have other opportunities, special pricing, special early access to other NFT projects. Again, community has its benefits, right? And those benefits are we get first stabs, we get first ins, we get to make things happen. And usually it's at a better cost per digital asset than anywhere else, than any other time that you're going to be able to get into it. And that means if I get something, let's say, and I pay $200 for it and it goes to $1,000, I'm 5x, right? If I get in at $250 and it goes to $1,000, I've only 4x'd. You know, if I get it at $300 because I'm in that final side of things, now I've only 3x'd, right? 3.1 or 3.2x, right? If I need to go buy it on the second market and I pay $500 or $600 or $700, guys, the earlier you get in, the better off it is for you to be involved. Now you're going to have to do your own research. You're going to have to decide, yes, I like the project. I don't like the project. If you like it, get in. If you don't, then don't. And that's totally up to you. There's no requirements at all to participate or not participate. That's totally up to you to make those decisions and be a part of it.
I love that, Peter. And for everybody listening here and watching, if you just look at Peter's background right now, you see that you have the Nexus ecosystem and you see True Badger and Catapult, Sapphify and Insights, Community NFT Project, Crypto Gods, and Otherverse and Muon, Stardom Chance, and Revsol over there. You see all these, and that is what's just happened in a little over 1 year. Okay. And I want you to understand that, because getting involved with Nexus ecosystem means that you're going to have a seat at the front. You're going to have a seat at the table and you're going to be able to participate, like Peter was just saying, as early as anybody can possibly participate. So I love that about the Nexus ecosystem. Peter, thank you once again for your commitment to everybody, to this community, and just for always willing to get on here and share with us what's happening.
Well, thank you, Chad. One other thing I want to talk about, guys, is here's the neat part about it is a rising tide raises all ships. Normally, when we get into something, you're like, oh no, I can't tell anybody about it because I want to keep the whole pie, right? Here, the more people we share, the bigger that we build this network, the bigger opportunities. And now when you look at Otherverse, you look at Muon, we've already landed giant opportunities, right? The bigger we build this community, the more opportunities. So by you sharing this and bringing other people and them having an opportunity, you're actually increasing your own opportunity. We improve this thing. The bigger that we grow the community, the more collective intelligence, the more collective resources, all of that stuff enhances where and the ability for us to what? Build more digital wealth, build more digital assets. And again, biggest transfer of wealth in human history. Web 3.0, go and Google and look it up. Metaverse, look it up, right? The metaverse is going to be so big that Facebook is no longer Facebook Inc., right? It's Meta. That's how big they believe it is going to be, that they took a major corporation and they changed their name because they said, where's the future going in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years? Some of the brightest people in the world they have working for them. And they've looked at it. And by the way, they committed $30 billion in cash to build into the metaverse over the next 3 to 5 years. $30 billion in cash. That's a lot. And so, yeah, you can buy some Facebook stock and maybe benefit from what they're doing, or you can find a project that you can get directly involved with and then, grow it from there. And we believe the experience doesn't lie with Meta. We believe we know The experience lies with Otherverse. 17 years in the space, growing it. And how do you get involved with Otherverse? Get some True Badger tokens. Boom, you're in. You're in the door. You're set. You're ready to take advantage of all of the success that Otherverse is going to create over the next 5, 10, 15 years, simply by getting that one digital asset and holding it in your wallet. Oh, by the way, every day that you hold it, you receive more True Badger just for holding it. These are all phenomenal benefits that are in place for you to get involved and build long-term, real digital wealth. Thank you.